Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. So, in continuing with our 12 days of kindness, today is your potpourri recipe. So I just want to make sure I'm backed up here enough that we can see the goods. Okay, I'll move us around a little bit as needed. So, get this in where you can see it. I tried to be a little festive. Yeah? Okay, so here is our potpourri recipe. If you want to follow your recipe that was given to you in the flyer, if you picked up one of those, if you didn't, we can also email you one if you would like it emailed to you. It's really simple, it smells amazing, and I'm just gonna throw everything into a crock pot. Ta-da! I suggest using a crock pot, a small one if you have one. Fill it with water about half full. That's what I've done here. I've got some warm water that is half full in this smaller crock pot. And then I have all my other ingredients that we are going to add to it. Make sure that you have at least a half pot of water in your crock pot or your pot, whatever it is you've chosen to use. We don't want any of these ingredients to burn. Then it's not going to smell pretty. So let's first start. I'm going to slice this orange up. I've got my cutting board here. So we just want to make some slices. I just bought a regular orange, nothing fancy. And I'm just making slices out of this orange. You can really make them any size you wish. I'm gonna cut a few like that. And then I'll make some smaller slices. If you have other things that, say you've made this before and you have other things that maybe you want to try to add to this potpourri recipe, be our guest. Let us know how it worked. So here's my slices, okay? I'm just gonna set these to the side. Our light went off. I'm turning it back on. Hold, please. Ta-da! It's like magic. So I've got my orange slices. In this cup I have cloves and nutmeg. I just threw them in this cup so that I could just dump them in when it's time. We have cinnamon sticks. Your recipe calls for 4. I love cinnamon and they smell so good that I use more than 4. So we've got our cinnamon sticks. Cranberries. Let's open up the cranberries. I think it calls for a cup. We're doing the whole bag. Yes, we're doing the whole bag. So let's slide my goodies over here. Here's my crock pot. Full, it's half full of water. Please, please, please make sure you have half pot of water. We don't want anything to burn because we're gonna leave this on a simmer mode. So it's continuing to be warm throughout the day. Keep checking on it. You wanna make sure that if you leave it going and you're in the other room that you get up periodically to check on it to make sure that you still have water inside of your container, whatever you chose to use. We know that water evaporates, so I would hate for it to be on all day on your stove or in your crock pot and the water has evaporated and you've got nothing left but burnt things that are supposed to smell wonderful and Christmassy. So here we go. I'm dumping the whole bag in. Go for it. Wing it. It already looks beautiful. Oranges. Pop them bad boys in. I like that they're different sizes. It looks cute in here. Cinnamon sticks. Make sure they get into your water. Your cloves and your nutmeg. Dust it right over. I would suggest making sure that everything gets wet. Okay? Not only is this going to smell beautiful, it's going to look beautiful. I'm getting this close. Here I come. Here I come. Look at that goodness. My goodness. It looks good enough to eat. All right. So that's what it's gonna look like, you guys. Keep it on low, and it's gonna smell so good. It already smells, and I mean, my water's warm in here, but my crock pot obviously isn't on. It's warm enough that I can still touch it, but it already smells fantastic. So when I plug this in and let this go for the rest of the day, it's gonna smell even better. So I'm gonna do this recipe at home for sure. And I'm going to make sure that everyone I know has this recipe. And that's part of my sharing and spreading and giving kindness to people, is giving them a little information that they can use to have that aroma in their homes that brings good memories and makes you think of Christmas time and the joy and people all coming together to spread kindness and love. So I hope your Friday is amazing. I hope that you've enjoyed our 12 days of Christmas so far. Monday we have the hot cocoa ornaments. So if you signed up for that kit, those will be ready for pickup. Tuesday is your hot breakfast on the COA. If you have called to get on that list, we will have your hot breakfast ready. Tuesday morning, the 22nd. So keep spreading the kindness. Keep doing good deeds. It all comes back to you. I promise. I promise. I promise. We know that when we do good things for other people or just out of the kindness of our hearts, that it always comes back to us, and it's never on our time. It's not up to us when we receive our kickback from being kind and generous and spreading love, but it does come around. So I just remind you of that. I remind you to be kind, to be patient, spread the love, share the kindness, and smell the aroma. Thank you for joining me today, you guys, with this potpourri recipe that you guys can do and share that aroma with others. As always, thank you for spreading and sharing the love, and I send the love right back to you. Have a good weekend.